Hey, Scruffy. How you doing? Saw you on the table again this afternoon. Does that mean you're healed? No more leg problems? Oh, there's some meows there. So I think we're about half hour early for dinner. Still losing a lot of sun. Have more of the same. So we got the extra rotisserie chicken tonight again, or the scraps anyway. Plus the meaty pate with real ocean whitefish and kibble. Okay. Feet on the table. Grab the glove. Okay. So I am starting to, I think, reach the end of the rotisserie chicken scraps, though I think we still have another day or two at least. I'd say, yeah, 2 days probably. Maybe a little more. I've been cutting back on the amount I've been giving him, so it's lasting longer. There's also a lot of bones in the tray that I haven't thrown away, so it's hard for me to estimate how much is actually left. I'm not going to give him the bones. So I read raw bones are good, but cooked bones are not. So I think the cooked bones, I don't think have all of the bone marrow nutrients. I think, I don't know. And then I think more importantly, from what I read, the cooked bones tend to shatter more easily and may cut internal organs. And I guess that's less of a problem with uncooked bones. So today I went for a bike ride in the afternoon. Got back a couple hours ago. Actually, it was an hour ago. So this is the first time I've went riding with after just readjusting my seat. So I wanted to go up the steep exposed mountainside again, because that's the one that really gives me a challenge. And the adjustment, I think, yeah, really made a difference. Though I was still struggling to get up the hill, but I don't think it was because of the seat. But it was better than the previous time. So I think, yeah, my new seat adjustments, just what I needed. Yeah, he's getting into the headbutt there. So I think I'm pretty happy with the seat adjustment as it is, so I'm going to keep trying at this level. I guess the other things I need to check for are if I become numb or something riding, or if I have too much pressure in my wrists or something like that. And it's kind of hard to find the right trade-off. So I think I feel I'll have more of the other issues when I'm riding on flat terrain. So particularly when I ride home, it's mostly flat, or when I ride to the park, it's mostly flat. So I'll keep an eye on it. But yeah, I think I'm happy with the adjustments so far. And yeah, It's cool again today. It's actually hazy. Forecast actually said hazy. And they're right. Yeah, there's, I guess, low clouds, I guess. So I guess I don't know. So high enough that it wasn't fog, but low enough that if you look up at the sky, it looked hazy. And yeah, we didn't get a lot of sun because of that. The sun did come out a little bit every now and then, so we did get some sun today. And then I was a little worried about the temperature. It's been kind of getting cold, but today actually held up, so it wasn't too bad, even without all the sun. So when I left, it was kind of on the borderline. I wasn't sure if I needed a heavier sweater, heavier clothes. So I brought one of my sweaters, and then I got hot enough that when I went for the steep hill climb, I took it off. So I had to stop and take off the sweater. But when I was riding home, I was actually thinking I needed to put it back on. But I didn't. I was, too lazy. It was, it's hugging the glove again. This isn't his claws. I don't know how to teach him not to use his claws for that. Not like the friendly cat. That friendly cat has kind of figured out to not use the claws. Not sure how to train Scruffy to do that. So I was really tired again, so I actually went to sleep early last night. And I woke up I won't say late. I didn't wake up early though. But since I went to sleep early, I think I slept a really long time. Wow, Scruffy likes the hugs today. Yeah, Scruffy's been a little more into the pets the past couple days. I think it's because I'm feeding him less. He seems a lot less interested in anything when I feed him more. Kind of a strange paradox. So when I'm nice to him, he becomes less interested. Okay, I think I'm going to Scruffy his food a little early. Okay, let's put your food on the mat. And he's facing away from me, so it's going to hurt to brush him. Okay. So let's see. Yeah, this afternoon I saw Scruffy on the table. I think it was after I got back from my bike ride. So he was, yeah, kind of getting some of the sunset. So the fact that he's back on the table makes me think that his legs healed. So I'm thinking, yeah, it has to hurt jumping off the table. So when I see him jump off the table, he basically kind of leans off the edge and then just kind of plops off. So I'm assuming, yeah, there's some impact force, and I can actually hear it too. And then let's see, at lunch when I brought out the water and kibble, yeah, he's waiting for me again. I think he saw me, or I saw him through the kitchen window, so he was waiting for me. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Yeah, so I looked for him a little earlier, and I caught his reflection. So he was kind of hanging out in this area, but he wasn't on the mat. He was, I think, closer to the potted plant, and then around lunchtime, I was looking out again to see if he was waiting at the table, and I think he was just starting to walk over to the mat. So I figured it was a good time to bring out his kibble and water. So I'm still giving him the kibble, but yeah, I'm still trying to give him slightly smaller portions. So today was probably about the same as yesterday. And yeah, poured it on the plate. And he was kind of meowy today at lunch. Hey, Scruffy. Gloomy day, huh? So I was just going to bring out your water, and I'm still going to give you a little kibble. Maybe I shouldn't. It's gloomy today, but it's warmer than I thought it'd be. A little bit of kibble landed at the base of the bowl, so he had to use his paw to get the last 2 bits. He actually got it this time, so he sometimes struggles using his paw, but today he mastered it. I don't know if the camera picks this up or not, but yeah, the clouds were really red. So the sun's about gone, just a little bit left, but it's leaving a really red reflection on the clouds in the sky. It's kind of impressive looking in real life anyway. On the camera, not so much. So, feel like another day wasted. So I think I accomplished some things, but yeah, nothing I accomplished today seemed that important. So, well, I don't know, feeling a little frustrated. There was a show called Arrested Development, and it's a cult classic. So one of the songs that they composed for, one or several of the episodes, there was the song starts with "Another Day Wasted," and it's like a really depressing song. I think it was about Tobias, but in general, I think it was about basically everyone in that show who's kind of a loser. Yeah, I remember that show composed quite an impressive number of little musical sequences, considering it was just a sitcom. So, hearing some beeping going on. I think it's not me though. I heard some alarm was going off. It's like a month ago or something. My home alarm system was making funny beeps. It took me a little bit to figure it out, and I found out that they basically had accidentally knocked out the power source for the alarm system, and it had been drawing on the emergency battery backup. And the battery was running low, so the alarm system was signaling a warning that the battery backup was about to fail. Yeah, this was, this is when I was getting my freezer fixed. Actually, no, it wasn't fixed. It was the first time the refrigerator guy came out. So after he looked at my main problem, I asked him to take a look at my freezer, and in order to look at it, we needed to move some things, and I accidentally knocked out the power supply to the alarm system when you're moving a whole bunch of stuff to work on the freezer. So that reminds me, I need to planning to muck with my alarm system again. So I mentioned I've been trying to reprogram it because I would like to use that feature where the alarm gives you like a minute to enter and exit before it actually goes off. And for some reason, my alarm system is not configured correctly to allow that. So it goes off immediately, and there's only one door I can go use that's set up to basically deal with that. I'd like to use some other doors to come in or exit, but I need that delay to work. And I asked my friend because he'd been mucking with his alarm system for a while, so I think he's kind of a semi-expert on it. And so he was looking. So when I saw him, I brought my manual, and he was looking it over, and he had a bunch of ideas for me to try. So
to get around to do that. But honestly, I'm actually thinking of an easier idea. So part of the problem with this alarm system is I don't have the. So there are two models of programmable displays, and I have the cheaper one that doesn't do much. And so when you try to reprogram it, you don't get any prompts. You basically have to know everything in advance that you have to type exactly. There's no feedback mechanism. If I had the more expensive model, then I'd get prompts and feedback, and I could try to reason my way through. But fortunately, I don't have that model, and I don't know how much that model would cost, and I don't even know if I could, how hard it would be this, if I could find it, how hard it would be to actually replace my existing one without screwing up everything. So my other thinking was, rather than try to reprogram it, maybe I can just rewire the whole system, because I have a theory that the reason the alarm system doesn't respect the timer is because it's physically wired to one of the zones that are by default are not programmed to have a delay. And I'm thinking if I rewire it so it actually goes to one of the zones that by default have a delay, maybe it'll just work. But that means I need to actually try it, and then I gotta, when I do it, I gotta make sure I don't really break things, because I will have to make physical changes to the system, which is a little intimidating. And then I'm also a little worried about, so last time I mucked with it, I kept setting off my alarm. One of my neighbors called out of concern, which was really nice. But I don't want to annoy my neighbors. So you look at the sky now. The red's all gone. The sun's about gone. There's still a yellow-orange hue in the ambient light in one section of the sky anyway. Another section of the sky is kind of dark now. Scruffy's eating slow tonight. I think he likes the food. He's licking the balls. There's a little more pate under the balls and in between them, so I'll probably have to move him for him. Let's see, at the park today, let's see, I saw one deer. It was, as I was running out of the park, there's a section where there's a lot of cliffs and hills above you. And I'm moving the balls. As I was riding through the little section, I heard rustling above me, and I turned and looked up, and there's a deer way up on the cliffside. And oh yeah, that reminds me, there was also a blue jay, pretty large blue jay. I was at the top of my main climb that I do. So it's the one I always do. It's kind of my baseline climb. It's not the exposed mountainside climb. So this one has like some trees, and there's actually a park bench there too. But yeah, today I just went up there and
I decided I was going to take a water break and then turn around. But there was a blue jay, and let's see. At first, yeah, he was, I think, sitting. He was actually perched on the bench, and then he kind of jumped around and looked like he was foraging on the ground. And he started picking out leaves and other things. And that reminded me, because it didn't look like he was actually after food, but I think he was after stuff. Because he kept picking at the ground, picking up like leaves and other things, and then kind of tossing them back. And that reminded me of Taming. A long time ago when I was in a small apartment, there was a bird that flew in through our window, and it went and grabbed a whole bunch of like paper and string and plastic wrap and stuff that belonged to like food packaging, basically. It wasn't actually after the food, but it was, I think, after materials, I'm guessing, to build a nest. And I didn't know that at first. I thought it was odd. He was taking a bunch of things, and I tossed out and left out some bread, thinking the bird wanted food, but the bird never came back for the food. But he did come back, I think, once. I guess it was probably she was building a nest, but she did come back for more materials. And so, yeah, I kind of theorized, yeah, she was building a nest. Yeah, Scruffy's leaving. I guess he's going to go out for the evening. Hope he doesn't injure himself again. So, thanks for watching, and see you next time. Bye.